you know somebody who is super competitive? Whether it's a board game, whether it's checkers, whether it's Monopoly, maybe it's sports, baseball, soccer, softball, whatever it is. But they're just very super competitive. Maybe it's you. You're super competitive. You don't like to lose. Can I say I don't like to lose? I don't really think anybody likes to lose, or no one especially likes to come in last place. But even second place, as we think about it, nobody especially wants to be second place, though it's a great achievement, because I'm sure you've heard the adage, second place is the first loser. And so as we talk about today's episode, we want to think about this question: what takes first place in your life? Now, there's nothing wrong with being competitive. Some people can be competitive to the point of annoying, but there's nothing wrong with desiring to be the best you can be, to achieve your goals and to come in first place. When it comes to life and we think about what takes first place in our life, we can evaluate what is in first place by where are our priorities at? What consumes our attention, our energy, our effort? We can look at those things where our priorities are placed at, and we can begin to see what takes first place in our life. So what place does Jesus have in your life? Is it first place? Is it second? Is he down there around the 5th, 6th, 7th place mark, or is he last place? I don't know. If it's not first place, can I say this? Second place will not work when it comes to Jesus and us being a follower of him. You see, we've looked over the last 3 episodes at this account with Jesus of 3 different individuals. One put comfort first, Jesus second. You see, the comforts of life had kicked Jesus down into second place in his life. It was Jesus second, the comforts first. But Jesus will never settle for this in my life nor your life. He will never settle for second place. Now, he will not force himself into first, but he invites himself. He does that by giving us the invitation to follow him. Basically to put him in first place, us in second, as we follow him in all the very places of our life. The next 2 individuals, we saw they were me first, Jesus second. Both times they said, let me first go and do this. Let me first go and do that. Basically saying, I will, but wait just a moment. I have something to do before I can follow you, Jesus. And so something was always in first place in their life. And so he wanted to bring that to their attention and bring it also to our attention. And so the question is, what takes first place in your life? What takes first place in my life? Well, as a follower of Jesus Christ, the one we're following must take that first place. And you say, well, putting Jesus first, or me being a follower of Jesus Christ, man, that sounds a little extreme, doesn't it? That sounds a little radical. I mean, putting him first, getting him top priority, that's what those religious fanatics do, right? Well, let me illustrate this for you. Now think about our country, United States of America. We have men and women who are enlisted in the armed forces to protect our country. They're dedicated. They've given their lives to protecting our country, our freedoms, to uphold the Constitution of the United States. And in a time of national emergency, whether it's war or there's something going on civil within our country, or war with another country, their service calls for this, for complete allegiance. And we expect that, because that's what they signed up for. We expect that because they need to protect our country, to uphold our Constitution, to protect our freedoms, to protect us from harm or some other country trying to attack us. And so a complete allegiance means this: it means duty first, anything else second. But for some reason, when Jesus asked this same allegiance of his followers, you and I say, whoa, that's a little much, Jesus. I think you're asking for a little too much here. I don't want to leave my comforts. I've got some things to do. I don't want to be labeled a religious fanatic because I'm keeping you first in my life. I have more important things to do. Can you imagine the servicemen and women saying that? I'm sorry, I can't go off to war because I've got some other things to do. But during those times of national emergency, complete allegiance is needed, meaning they have put their job and their commitment to uphold the Constitution, they've put it in first place in their life. And unfortunately, many times family and other things have to take second place during those times of national emergency. Now, can I say this, that sharing the gospel of Jesus Christ is the national emergency? The emergency is there are people all around us who are lost, who do not know Jesus Christ as their personal Savior. They have been duped into thinking they're here by natural processes, that there is no creator, there is no purpose behind their life. They're just here by chance. And so live the best you can. And when you get to the end and you die, that's it. And that's so much, so far away from the truth and allows them to live such a hopeless life. But you and I, as followers of Jesus Christ, there is an emergency to share the gospel with other people because their lives are literally hanging in the balance. Their eternal souls are hanging there in the balance. And Jesus is calling out and saying, what is first in your life? Will you not give me complete allegiance just as the servicemen and women will in your own country? That doesn't look weird. It looks like, hey, they are heroes. They are people dedicated. They are people willing to give their life in surrender and sacrifice. And that's exactly what Jesus is looking for. People who will surrender their lives to Him, willing to sacrifice their life and give Him complete allegiance, put Him first in their life. Now, it doesn't mean we cannot take care of our family. We should. As a husband who should care for his wife, care for his children, and raise them. Jesus isn't saying for us to not serve them, not to lead them, and so forth. But what He's saying is, I need to be first in your life. You need to put me first. I cannot take second. You need to give me complete allegiance in your life. So what place does Jesus hold in your life right now? And be honest with yourself so that you can be honest with Him. If it's first place, that's awesome. Keep Him there. Keep taking your next step in following Him. Keep Him in first place. Keep serving Him. But watch out, too, because those comforts, sometimes those blessings, unfortunately, become curses to us the way God blesses us, just like the nation of Israel. Be careful because those distractions can become excuses. They can begin to draw your attention. So keep your eyes, your priorities focused in the right direction. Keep your hand on the plow, but looking to Him so that you can serve or you can keep that row straight. If Jesus does not have first place in your life, what place does He have? Identify what is taking first place, what has His place in your life. Identify what that is and make intentional efforts to put it in its proper place. You see, the thing is, there's many good things in our lives that can take the place of Jesus. They don't always have to be bad. Now, it could be sin. It could be some type of evil in your life, but it doesn't always have to be that. Many times it's good stuff. As Jesus dealt with these three individuals, one was comforts, it was blessings, luxuries of life. There's nothing wrong with those in the right place. Another was the priorities that the gentleman had with their family and other things they were going to do, their priorities. Jesus said you need to have them in the right order. So identify that. What is that item, that thing, that goal, that person, that relationship, whatever it is, what has first place in your life? Okay, let's identify that and let's put it in its proper order. Doesn't mean we necessarily have to get rid of it. You may, but that's not necessarily what it means. But you do have to get it in its proper order. And so what is taking first place in your life right now?